What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. Black men suck.
What's your
They're bad. They cheat. They don't care. I'm with the white boys.
favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
All right, why say that?
I don't like black men. Not very many meet my standard.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
Some black women feel that black men do not provide enough emotional support. Yeah, that's true. That's happened to me too. I don't know how to support emotionally. I don't know, like, emotional surprises. It's so hard. So, and women love men who show emotional support towards them. Yeah, they do.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Wagwan, welcome back to my YouTube space. I love you so much, okay? And in today's video, I'm gonna react on this. There's a video I come across that black women and white people distrust black men. Black women and white people do not trust black men. Before I continue, do you think it's true? Now, I have compiled some videos for you to watch that support this motion. I'm a black man, and personally, at some distance, I think it is true. And on the other half, I think it's not true. On the side of black women, okay? Yeah. But again, my higher percentage, I think it's like black women trust or like or love more white men than they do to black women or to black men. That's that. But generally, the topic of today is that black women and white people do not trust black men. Why are they saying so? Let's watch these videos and then we come back again and react on it. And please leave your comment down there. Do you think it's true?
Mark Goulston had a point. He said he had some insight on why black women. Why don't you just tell us? I'd rather you tell us.
Tell me about black women.
Yeah,
Doc.
tell us about black women. You said you had some insight on something, right?
What do I know?
Well, I'm going to throw something out.
You know nothing, Jeff.
Because I try to listen into conversations, and I just had this insight about why black women and maybe all white people don't trust black men. And I think one of the reasons that goes on is, and I'd like the other doctors on the line to weigh in, there's something in psychology called projection. And so if I'm a black woman who is judging a black man, or if I'm a white person judging a black man, you're stuck because I can't believe anything you say other than wanting to attack me or resent me. Because if I was in your shoes as that black man, not being trusted and looked down on, I would have to react. And so you can't, I think black men can't get away from the negative projections of black women and of white people. And so you have, I don't know what the answer is, but if in my mind, I'm thinking, boy, if I was you and you, and I knew how you were thinking, if I was you, I would be angry, and that you're not angry, I know you're holding back.
Black woman voice.
Wow, that was a lot. And some of that, no, that was a lot. I had to take time to just really absorb that, because some of that I do believe is true. You know, there is a negative projection of black men, and I feel like I fight constantly not to absorb that in my psyche. But then again, I feel like issues, they cannot be above reproach, because I find that when we want to deal with real issues or mistakes that we make or that black men make, just the very mention of it, oh, you're attacking me, and I'm already so attacked. So I'm like, where is the space to lovingly deal with genuine issues and conflicts that rise in the community without him always feeling so over attacked and being defensive?
But I don't think he's being paranoid to feel he has two strikes against him, and that there's always a bullseye on him with these two strikes against him.
But then again, I believe the black
because
man
of the
is a God.
projections.
I believe it's God, so I believe in him. I believe in him. I believe in him.
But I think you're a minority.
Your ability to win. So a part of my frustration comes from me saying, like, you're a king. Like, why are you?
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Bobby?
Act like it.
Bobby?
Yeah.
I'm proud of Doc for expressing a point of view that a lot of people would have been afraid to do so. And within that construct, whether you black, white, or whatever color, it's all internal. At some point, for me it is anyway. And I had to evolve to that point. I had to get there. And it took a lifetime to realize it's not so much what you say or she says, it's how I feel. Now, if I can't tell you how I feel, or if you take it the wrong way, then I need to distance myself from that as quickly as possible, because the only thing that I do have is the ground beneath my feet. And I claim that honestly, because I didn't come in this world to be a problem to you or her or anybody in this room. And that's a constant evolving position that goes on between my ears. And I think it's important that as we deal with these issues of saving somebody or not, or whether your intentions are right, you have to make that determination for yourself and then stand on that and stand firmly.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. Black men suck.
What's your
They're bad. They cheat. They don't care. I'm with the white boys.
favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
Why you say that?
I don't like black men. Not very many meet my standard.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. They're just terrible.
Even when you just said that, because I'm thinking about the guest that we just had, she admitted that, you know, her father wasn't a productive father, which I guess justify why she is allowed to say negative things about black men. It's okay for black women to say stuff like that. Like, you know, they will critique a lot of black men sometimes with, oh, you must hate your mother. Like, we get that a lot. You must hate your mother.
Well, they say that to me. I must hate my mom.
Yeah, like
black women accountable.
When black women have these negative thoughts about black men, nobody says you must hate your father. And it's clearly true.
Yeah.
That one experience can cause you to have a whole hatred towards men. And for some reason that's valid. But when a black man is not allowed to have that same experience with his mom.
I haven't had that issue with Caucasian men. Sex was never brought up. They just wanted to just love on me. And I mean, to the point where like, I dated this one guy and he would pick my food up from the table and carry it to my car. He would hold the door for me. When I got in the car, he would close the door. He would get on his side, like.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Because I think
it has become increasingly obvious that the goal of black women is to destroy the confidence of black men to keep them chained to the plantation. Check out this video from Just Pearly Things as a white millionaire destroys black women, letting them know that he will not allow them to keep these men chained to the plantation and mental slaves.
Important.
Can we stop?
This is very important to me. I have a lot of young black men that follow me. There's no fucking way on earth I'm going to let them believe that they have a lesser chance than anybody else if they just work their ass off. There's no fucking way. I'm not shitting on their dreams like that. I'll be damned. You call me a racist if you want.
That's fine, but we have to
You call me a racist all day. I'm not. I don't care. There's no way I'm letting those young men believe that shit.
100%.
Because I know plenty of black guys. Look, King Rich is here right now. He's a fucking winner
100%.
all day long because he didn't let that shit happen.
This man literally had to battle these women on his own. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Men have to stand up for one another, or we're never going to escape the plantation. Like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.
You know, I've seen a video of yours where you said that feminism has conditioned black women to view black men as the enemy.
It has. Feminism was financed by the CIA. Gloria Steinem, I think she was.
Right, yeah.
Mother of modern feminism, because traditional feminism goes back to the 1800s, right? With Susan B. Anthony and those white supremacists. But Gloria Steinem was a CIA agent. They financed her. Her first feminist magazine they paid for. The CIA brought feminism into the white household to get the woman out the house, and into the black household to turn the black woman against the black man.
I absolutely love when these kind of black males say stuff like, oh, we don't date black women. No, hun, black women don't date you. Because let's just keep it a buck. Like, let's just keep it honest. The black males that act like they don't date black women are just the black males that black women have passed up on for years because something is wrong with them. Come on now. Black women don't date you. It's not the other way around.
This is why white people are afraid of black people.
I was brought up in, quote, Bedford-Stuyvesant in my time. But I would like to say what scares us is I think we hear violence.
The young lady said she's afraid of violence. And isn't it sad that we who have been the victims of so much violence, now whites fear violence from us? We do not have a history of killing white people. White people have a history of killing us. See? And what you fear, may I say this, sir? What you fear, and it's a deep guilt thing that white folks suffer. You are afraid that if we ever come to power, we will do to you and your fathers what you and your people have done to us. And I think You are judging us by the state of your own mind, and that is not necessarily the mind of black people.
You have seen the videos. Why or black women and white people do not trust black men. Up to now, I know you have your comment and you have commented down there if do you think it's true. Now, let me start with black women. Is it true that black women do not trust that do not trust black men, according to me? Or is it true black women does not support black men? According to me, on the 0.5%, I will say yes. On the other, I will say no. Let me start by saying if it's true, yes, it's true. They don't trust them. And there's some reasons that will make people think this way. And according to me, these reasons, number one, according to what I have researched, number one is historical trauma and systematic or system disruption. Okay. Now, slavery and colonialism disrupted black families, often taking their men away from women or taking their men away from the families. Now, which had long-term effects on trust and relationship dynamics. When you see a lot of black families back then grew up without a man in the family because the men were going to wars and there was nobody back home. And these ladies just be like that. And the growth, the relationship and closeness of them with their men was not that much. So when they talk about black women don't trust black men, one of the biggest reason I think is because of the historical trauma and systematic disruptions. When during slavery and colonization, the men were taken from their families. And racism led to economic and legal systems that made it harder for black men to provide and protect their families. Now, a woman is a woman. As I always say, women are women. They are good people. But their hearts sometimes are very weak to, not all of them, but most of them, to adjust. Whenever man does not provide, some of them will just see like he does not love his family, you know. And that's why I have videos of black women asking forgiveness from black men because they didn't know. They didn't understand what black men are going through. And that's why some black men or some black women have come forward and asked forgiveness from black men. Other thing that will say or will make people say that women black does not trust black men, it's about the gender role where some black women feel like black men uphold patriarchal ideas that limit women's independence and decision making. And feminism came, and I believe feminism came to disrupt black families. Feminism came and told you that women has the same rights as men. Feminism came and told you a man cannot tell you something. You are as equal as him. And this feminism came to take away respect of black women from men. Okay? And some black women right now feel like the black men does not or they are so egoistic, so bossy, so they're restricting their independence. Now, the thing is economic struggles and unemployment. Due to systematic racism, black men face higher unemployment rates and financial instability, which can create strain in relationship. And that's why you see a lot of black women going to white men simply because white men does not have these struggles. They does not have economic struggles, does not have unemployment, so they offer a lot to black women. And as a human being, when there is money, you slide and you slide. So black women are sliding easily to white men than black men, because black men, we are still struggling up to now to make up. Imagine struggling to take your wife or to take your girlfriend out for a Valentine's Day, or to take your girlfriend for a birthday party. You are struggling to put meals on the table. Can you afford these Valentine presents? You are struggling just to put food in your mouth. Can you struggle with all these like surprises? Yeah, I've buy a car for you, blah, blah, blah. But white men, they have generational wealth. Yes, easy do it. And the stereotypes of that the color matters give them the upper hand. And that's why you may think or you may see black women as they don't respect or they don't trust black men. So we have an issue of gender-based violence and abuse. Black women, some of them experience high rates of domestic violence from their men, and this is creating a lot of distrust of black men, which sometimes at the hands of black men, they suffer a lot than the hands of white men. That's true. And that's making this narrative of not liking or not trusting black men continue. Gender-based violence is a disease that needs to be stopped. Now, some black women have had direct experience of betrayal, neglect, or mistreat leading to general distrust. This happens on all gender or all races. Even white people can do that to you. Some black women feel pressure to stand by black men even when mistreated. Yeah, you're a lady, face gender-based violence, you have been mistreated by a black man, but you need to submit, to be submissive, to stand by him every time. And that, with the current generation and the growing of Gen Z, the mind of Gen Z is so different. They cannot do that. And this is creating a lot of distrust between them. Okay. Black men are often socialized to suppress emotions, making emotional connection difficult in relationship. Some black women feel that black men do not provide enough emotional support. Yeah, that's true. That's happened to me too. I don't know how to support emotionally. I don't know. If a lady goes through something, I don't know what to do because I cannot cry. Cannot cry with her. You know, it's not something for black men to cry. A real black man does not cry over relationship issues, does not cry over like emotional surprises. It's so hard. So, and women love men who show emotional support towards them. Yeah, they do. I don't know those days, but right now they do want. That's why most of them, they have besties, because besties shows a lot of emotional support. They show a lot of emotional support than the real house owners. So, but white men, yo, they cry with you. Hey, my God, going through this, they cry with you. So I think that is making a lot of black women to lose trust in black men. That's according to me, according to my own research. I don't know according to you if you think it's true. Now let's go to white people. White people do not trust black men. Number one, because of they think they have this narrative of stereotypes that black men are violent. We Farrakhan told white people, you fear black people saying they're violent, but we do not have a history of violence. You white people have the history of violence, killing, raping, also, etc. But black people, we do not have that. Why do you fear us? So we have these white people thinking of black men being violent. Yeah, they are watching their music videos and they say the gangster life, and they are like, damn it, these guys are violent. Another thing is historical oppression and racism. Now, slavery, colonialism, and segregation created systematic distrust and negative stereotypes. Because when white people did this to black people, to black men, so they think black men, when they grow wings, they will revolt and they will pay back. And which black people, I don't see them doing that. They don't have that in their heart. So there's a sort of distrust between these two parties, black men and white people, because of slavery and colonialism, the segregation, the Jim Crow law, you know. So these laws that treated black men badly is a threat to white people. And that's why they fear black people. Because they know once we become superior, maybe we'll pay back. So they just fear black people, and they will create these stories that we are violent, we are like this. But the real deal is they fear that black people will pay back. Yeah. Another thing is media representation. Like in movies, news, TV shows often portray black men as criminals or dangerous. That's true. Movies portray black men as criminals. So whenever young kids grow up, the white young kids grow up seeing this, they'll have that fear and they will not trust black men. So if they come across black people or black men, they'll be like, God damn it, these are criminals. I don't know. Another thing is many people unconsciously absorb racial biases from society. Common stereotypes paint black men as aggressive and hypersexual and untrustworthy. You know, they know black men, they are hypersexual. Like, I don't know. Okay, that is a stereotype, hypersexual. And they know black men, they portray them as aggressive. It's a stereotype. Some of them are, yes, nature. Like when you talk to Nigerian, to Ghanaian, Jamaican, you will think they are aggressive, but they are not like that. So this makes the people to think they are untrustworthy. And they cannot trust them because they're that aggressive. That's white people. Another thing is law enforcement and criminal justice system has portrayed black men as criminals. Now, racial profiling leads to more frequent stops and arrest of black men. Mass incarceration and these affect black men, reinforcing negative perception. Okay? So the law enforcement and the criminal justice system, they keep on putting efforts in stopping and incriminating black men, and this send a message to other people not to trust black men. Political and social narratives. Fear-based political campaigns and rhetoric have historically painted black men as a threat. E.g., super predator narrative in the 1990s. Ecological factor. Fear of the unknown leads to people to distrust those who are different. Some people generalize negative encounters with individuals to an entire racial group. Once you have come across few black people or black men or one who is aggressive, you think all black men are aggressive. When you come across a black man who is hypersexual, you think all are like that. So it's just a myth, narrative, stereotypes that is making white people to portray or not to trust black men. Another thing is structural racism. Now, distrust is sometimes used to justify continued social and economic inequalities. And this distrust is continuing to, to support the white privilege and white supremacy. So the white supremacy systems rely on maintaining this fear and decisions. They fear black men because a black man is a threat to white people. That's for true. The likes of Marcus Garvey, they were threats. The likes of a lot of people were threats. And this narrative continues to support that so that it can continue to move the motive of white supremacy system. Because white supremacy system depend on this fear to maintain that division. Okay, so white people and black women, yes, they cannot trust black men because of those few things I've named to you. I know you have viewers in the comment section. But again, I may say this. I've seen videos of black women asking forgiveness from white men because now they realize that some of them were incriminated wrongly. Some of them, they are saying they're criminals, but these black men are just out here looking for their family because they are going through a lot, systematic oppression, racism, and everything, just to go through, to mingle through, to penetrate so that they can provide food for the family. People does not, or black women does not go through that a lot than black men. Okay? And that's why we have this distrust here and there. But in the real sense, black men have suffered. They have suffered during slave trade, everything. And, and up to now, it's so hard for a black man to survive. Even just in the African community, when we have a ladies and man, a boy and a girl born in one family, it's so hard for the boy child than girl child. So black boy child are going through a lot. They have a lot of depression in their head. No one cares. We have movement that supports girl child, but we don't have movement that supports boy child. Boy child, they are dying in silence. These boy childs, they are black men. I am the Kenyan Beast. I'm a boy about to be a man. When you just support me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, like, and share, and you can support me in any other way. Until next episode, peace be with you.